Welcome back. Emmy-nominated host Nina Parker is lending her voice to help address barriers that Black women face when it comes to breast cancer.
It is a topic that hits close to home as her mother was diagnosed with breast cancer a few years ago. Now, a new campaign aims to promote self-advocacy, awareness, support, and connection for Black women impacted by the disease. Nina joins us now to continue the conversation along with breast surgeon and advocate Dr. Monique Gray to discuss uncovering TNBC. Thank you both so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
It's great to be here.
We're glad to have you. Nina, tell us why you decided to help raise awareness about triple-negative breast cancer.
Listen, I have been in journalism and media for many, many years and, of course, felt incredibly comfortable talking about breast cancer until my mother got a diagnosis. And it was something that I didn't want to share. It was something that I kept really close to the chest. But also, I had an insecurity about what I actually knew. And in doing my research, I found out about triple-negative breast cancer. I found out that it affects Black women 2 times more likely than white women. Genetics played a part. There were things I just had no idea about that I wanted to make sure that when I partnered with Merck in uncovering TNBC, that I spread awareness to other people so they can have as much knowledge as I got.
Doctor, I want to bring you into the conversation here. You know, for a lot of viewers, this may be the first time that they're hearing about triple-negative breast cancer. Tell us about that particular type of cancer and go a little bit more in depth about the disparities that Black women face when it comes to the disease.
Sure. You know, I think most people don't know that there are different types of breast cancer, and TNBC is certainly not the most common type. It maybe represents only 10 to 15% of all types of breast cancer, but it is the most aggressive kind, and it's difficult to treat. It usually grows very quickly, and by the time it's diagnosed, it might have already spread. You know, for Black women, unfortunately, we're twice as likely to be diagnosed with this type of aggressive breast cancer, and we are seeing it in younger women, women under the age of 40. We're seeing it where there's family history and people have hereditary mutations like the BRCA1 and 2 genes. And that's why this campaign is so important, because there's a lot to uncover about this less common type of breast cancer. So uncovering TNBC was a really natural collaboration for me.
Oh, such a scary situation to hear about this young, aggressive cancer, too, in younger people. Nina, what advice do you have for women who might be going through a breast cancer diagnosis? What would you tell them?
I think it's first okay to be scared, because I think we hear all the time, you know, you need to be a warrior, you need to be strong, and that is true. But it's okay to have those moments and those ups and downs, because it's going to come. We're human, but we want to empower women to find support, to feel supported with the people around them, and to also arm themselves with information. And one of the ways that you can do that is go to uncovertnbc.com. There's such a wealth of information, and be able to have those hard conversations with your doctor. You should feel comfortable asking questions to your doctor, finding out about different treatment, and it should be okay to do that with a healthcare provider. If you don't feel like you have that comfortability, it's okay to find someone else who may better fit your needs.
Doctor, what would be the key takeaways for you?
Absolutely. You know, we have to transform our fear into action. We say knowledge is power, and that power then empowers us to do something about it. And so for women who are watching, I certainly want you to know your body. Do your self-exam, especially if you're under the age of 40 and you're too young for screening. We need you to go to your doctor. If you feel something, say something. If you're of the age of screening, get your screening. Don't put it off. Don't delay it. Partner with a friend. Bring somebody. Whatever you need to do to make sure that you are getting early detection for breast cancer. And we want you to go to uncovertnbc.com, because there are great resources there to know your risk, to have that conversation with healthcare professionals. We know that's not a natural conversation to talk to your doctor about this, but we got some tools and some tips for you. And we have really great stories of women who are thriving with this disease. While it can be scary, we want you to feel empowered and see the other side of TNBC. So go to uncoveringtnbc.com.
Yeah, empower yourself. Thank you both so much for joining us. Really appreciate this conversation.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
And thank you for the work that you're doing to spread the awareness about this as well. Appreciate that very, very much. And it will save lives for sure. You know, as they were pointing out, this is something that can affect women under the age of 40, which is scary. It's a very young age, but very aggressive, and I don't think a lot of people know about it. So it is important to, do some of that research, and if you experience something that you think is maybe abnormal, be that advocate for yourself, and that can potentially be a game changer.
I mean, know your family history.
Yeah.
Doctors don't advise a mammogram till 40, but we are seeing, I mean, as they mentioned, this form of aggressive cancer in women under the age of 40.
Yeah.
Self-breast exams, so critically important. You feel something that doesn't feel familiar, go see your doctor. I mean, it could be that call-in appointment that could very well save your life.
It could be.